Good evening, folks. So I just thought I would record on the reason why, and the heading I found it very amusing, and I think I just saw it like in a magazine. And the reason why I was thinking about this specific topic was after speaking to like a friend of mine who is very skilled and very qualified. And one of the things I recognize is that it's not so easy to come up with your reason why and purpose in life. So if you're in this position and you're feeling like, my goodness, everybody keeps saying, you know your reason why and your purpose in life, but you haven't figured out what that is exactly. And so I was just going to give you some useful tips on how you can actually be able to get there. I was thinking of, okay, why was my friend struggling and why are other people struggling to come to their reason why? And I've been one of those individuals where I've walked this journey, and now that I've discovered my reason why and purpose in life, it comes to me so easily. But one of the things that I recognize is that not everybody has it that easy. Okay, so the key tips and one of the things that I discovered about like my friend was that some of us, we may struggle, and that's just due to where we are in life. So one of the first key tips that I would give you guidance on is about where are you in life in terms of have you explored internally, what you have gone through in life. Because sometimes there's certain things that impact on us. So one of those things can be that it could be like your upbringing, that you were brought up believing in certain things, which there's nothing wrong with that. But what can happen as a result of that is that you followed one route, one path. So for me, for instance, my upbringing was go to school, after school graduate, go to college, and then furthermore, and then get a job. Okay, so some of us will follow that route, or most of us, and then we'll get to a point like where my friend was, where she's now thinking, oh my goodness, I'm in this position, and she's very good at what she does. She's qualified, she's a lawyer, but she's not in love with her job. Okay, so that's where I was as well, is that I completed everything and I thought, this is where I am, this is right, I'm passionate about this. But then there's still something missing internally where you think, this is not my purpose and I'm not really connecting with this, and I don't really love my job when I thought I loved it. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is about taking a step back, thinking about what events have happened in your life, and those events, have they impacted on you in a way that you are feeling stuck? So the best way to become unstuck and to get closer to your reason why is to consider either getting like a coach or somebody who's a mentor. Okay, so somebody who has gone through like a similar experience as yourself and then overcome, those hurdles in life. What that helps is that it gives you like more insight, because one of the things that we can't do in life, although we do try and attempt it to do, is trying to navigate the world on our own. Okay, so when we try and navigate the world on our own, is that it becomes much more difficult. Okay, so one of the things that I found beneficial was getting assistance from somebody who I class as like my therapist, because they deal with like existentialism, and that's something I'm interested in. So existentialism helps with assisting to become unstuck and making choices every day that move me forward to my goals. And I decided that as a result of experiencing loss and death within like my family, and I felt like my identity was in question. I don't know why, but it just happened. So I felt stuck for a year, and part of me was thinking, no, this can't be it. I need to find a way to move forward. So if events similar to that have happened in your life, due to no circumstance of your own, they do impact us either way. So it might be you might have experienced depression, you might have experienced loss, or loss in the form of work, loss in the form of relationships. Those type of things do challenge us in terms of like our makeup. So that would be my recommendation, is that type of experience can impact on your future progression. And seeking support from somebody else doesn't mean that you're weak in any way. It just means that they will help you mirror your experience. They won't tell you what to do, but they'll help you to like move forward and to become unstuck and help you to get closer and closer to your why. So that's number one. Then number two, it's about looking at or listening to what people say to you on a daily basis. So what are your family members saying to you that you're great at? Okay, and what are your friends saying that you're very good at and you're skilled in specific areas, or even workplace colleagues or your manager, supervisor? What are they saying to you? You know, so pay more attention to what people are saying to you in terms of your strengths. You know, because I think, yes, focusing on your strengths rather than weaknesses, I don't like that word. Yeah, it's much better, because then that will give you an idea of interests that are good that you can refine, skills which are great that you can refine and work on, and then you can eventually get to either like your reason why or make that your specialist area. Because most of the times what I've found is that we are not in tune because of either being like caught up in being busy with what's going on around us, you know, but we have that 8 factor, but it's something that we are not in tune with. Or when somebody gives us a compliment, we say, oh no, you shouldn't, you know, but say thank you, recognize it, and then own it. You know, so thank you for that person for saying, you know, you're great at this, and take it on board, because when they do that, they actually mean it. So that could also be your foundation as to where you are in life in terms of, you know, your next level, you know, of connecting to who you are as a person and your reason why. Then the last one that I've put in as a key tip is about connecting with your inner childhood. Okay, so your inner childhood is thinking about what sort of things were you great at, you know, or did you also hear when you were growing up? You know, connecting those dots may also help you get closer and closer to your reason why, and will help you in terms of reevaluating of where you need to be in life. You know, so it's about connecting with your inner child, because children are the most creative, but as we grow up, we lose that sense of creativity, and also we move away further and further from our reason why, because we get caught up in the daily norms of life, you know, not to any fault or reason, but it's just what we've been accustomed to do in life. But yes, that's fantastic, but not all of us fall in love with that normality, because we're seeking for something greater and more purposeful to do. So in terms of meaning something about greater, it's about being able to give back. So I hope these 3 tips have been useful and can help you, especially if you're stuck, to get back to the root core of your reason why and purpose in life. So I'll just name them again. So the first one was about exploring internally, you know, what have been your barriers, you know, what has been something that has stopped you from moving forward. Explore that with somebody else who can support you to become unstuck. And by doing that, then you'll get closer and closer to your reason why. And number 2 is more about listening to people and being in tune with what they're saying to you. You know, so taking in the recognition and thanking them for saying you're great at that, and making note of what they're saying. Okay, then the last one is connecting with your inner child, you know, being playful, and also recognizing your skills that you were good at, but as the years have progressed, you, for some reason or one other, you stop paying attention to those. So I hope those 3 key tips are helpful. Feel free to connect with me if you've got any questions. Bye for now.